Hi guys, welcome to Learning with Karim and Asiya. I'm Karim,
And I'm Osia.
and today we're going to be showing you guys some functions in Excel. So first, we have SUMIF. So basically SUMIF is when there is sales amount and you want to see like what specific thing, how many sales it got all like combined. So let's say we want to do city Tehran. We want to see how many sales it got in total. So we're going to come right here. We're going to do equal sum if, and we're gonna double click on SUMIF. So we're gonna first select our cities, the range. We're gonna next put a comma. Then we're gonna open parentheses. You're gonna put you're gonna type the name of the city you want to find the total sales amount for. In this case, it's Tehran. And close that. You're gonna put a comma. Then you're gonna select all the sales, and then you're gonna press enter. As you can see, the total is 270. It adds up the two Tehrans right here. 120 plus 150 is 270.
Next is sum product. Sum product is simply just it adds these two rows, the two rows of numbers, and then it multiplies them together. So let's, for example, equal sum product. We're gonna double click on sum product, and then we're gonna give the first row, and then comma, the second row, and then just simply press enter, and then here is all of this added and multiplied together.
Alright, so next is COUNTIF. So basically what COUNTIF does is you select a certain area and it will show you how many of like a certain word there are. So in this case, we're going to be looking for the word pass among these students. So we're going to type equal count if. You're going to double click on count if. You're going to select your range. You're going to put comma, open quotation mark. You're going to type the word or letter you're going to be looking for. In this case, it's going to be pass. I'm going to close the quotation marks and you're just going to press enter. As you can see, it showed us that we have 3 passes among these pass or fails.
After that is count A. So there's count, normal count, and then count A. The difference between those two is count only counts like numbers in a place that you give it to, and count A it just counts all of the cells that have writing in it. It doesn't matter if it's numbers or words or letters. It counts it, and it just doesn't count the blank ones. I'm gonna put equal count A right here, and then double click, and then we're gonna give the value, and then enter. So as you can see, there's 3 cells that are filled up, and it will give us 3.
Alright, so next we have if. So what if basically does is you set a rule for it to determine either the student passes or fails depending on its score. So we're going to start by typing equal if. Double click on if. We're going to click on the 17. You're going to put bigger than or equal to. You're going to put a comma. And you're going to put quotation marks what you want to say. So in this case, it's going to be pass. Actually, after greater than or equal to, you're going to put the number you want it to be greater or equal to. So in this case, 17. And we're going to continue over here. So we're going to put a comma, and we're going to give it the word you want it to say if it's less than the number you chose. So in this case, it's going to be greater. I'm going to press enter. So as you can see, it passed the first student. So we're just going to click on it and drag it down so we can get the rest. So as you can see, the second one passes too because it's greater than 17, and the 9 failed.
after if is it's ifs. So the difference between those two, in if you can only set two rules. So let's say in ifs you could set multiple. So for example, right here I'm gonna put equal ifs, and then I'm gonna put the cell, and then greater or equal to, I'm gonna put 18. If they get greater or equal to 18, I'm gonna put a comma, open quotation, and I'm gonna put excellent, for example. So I wanted to say if it's equal to or greater to 18, I wanted to say excellent. I'm gonna close the quotation. I'm gonna put a comma and then select the cell again. And then I'm gonna put this time if it gets greater or equal to 13, for example. I wanted to say good. So the student did good. After that, I'm gonna once again give the cell the same address and then put again greater or equal to 10. And if we got a 10 or greater, it's gonna say pass, close, and then comma again. And one more time, give the cell, and then I'm gonna put less than 10. Like if they get less than 10, I want it to say fail. And there you go. And then you just close the parentheses and click enter. So that one got 18, so it's excellent. And I'm just gonna drag it down. This one did good, and the last one, which is 7, since it's less than 10, it failed. The last one is if inside if. This one is kinda the same as ifs, but in ifs you only use one if. In this one you use multiple, so it's one if inside another and another, depending on how many rules you just have to set. So I'm gonna put equal if, double click on this, and then I'm gonna give it the first cell, just like the other one, and I'm gonna put if it's greater, if the student gets, for example, greater or equal to 19, I wanted to say pass. And I'm gonna close that, and then comma. And since for this one we only used one if, and we kept setting examples before if inside if, we're gonna put another if. So this is like one if inside another one, and so on. And I'm gonna give the same cell again, like that. And then this time I'm gonna say if it's greater or equal to, for example, 15, comma, I wanted to say good, and comma again. And then once again I'm gonna put another F, and then again the same cell. And if this one is greater or equal to 8, and then I wanted to say comma, and then I wanted to say fail. And then other than that, I just wanted to say, like, if it gets other than 8 or lower than 8, I just wanted to say, for example, reject. So I'm just gonna tap that in, close the quotation mark, and then for this one, let's say I used 1, 2, 3. I used 3 F's, so I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3. 3 like you're gonna close the parentheses 3 times since we used 3. So technically we use 3 formulas in once. Since there's F inside another F inside another F, we're gonna close the parentheses 3 times. And we're just gonna press enter. So that one, the 19 passed, and you're just gonna drag it down. The 15 did good, and then 4, since it's less than 8, it's just gonna say reject.